Hey YouTube, and welcome back to Joe's Barbecue House. Today we're going to do a very simple and easy way on how to smoke St. Louis style ribs on the Weber kettle. Let's go ahead and prep these St. Louis style ribs and get some seasoning on there. And I already removed the silver skin off of 2 of them, and here I still have one left here. So let's go ahead and just grab an edge with your paper towel, and they should peel off fairly easy. And there you go. The reason you want to pull this silver skin off is because when you put your seasoning on, it'll actually go to your meat and it won't make your ribs so tough. All right, let's go ahead and get the seasoning on. And what we're going to use is some kosher salt, some coarse ground black pepper, and lastly, just some paprika. All you have to do is just pour a little bit of salt in your hand and just sprinkle it on there. Now for the pepper. And last, the paprika. Okay, let's repeat that same process. Now some people will take and trim this fat off here, and the fat that you see over here, which I'm not going to bother with it. I'm just going to let it go. These aren't competition ribs. These are just backyard style ribs, so they don't have to be perfect, but I'll tell you what, these things are going to come out amazing. Very simple, 3 ingredients: salt, pepper, and paprika. Now while we're waiting on the seasonings to absorb into the meat, we're going to go ahead and get our charcoal grill ready. So in my other videos, you guys have seen how I light coals. Today we're going to use lump coal and 1 lighter cube. These things light pretty quick. And go ahead and add your drip pan in. We're going to get these lit. All right, it's been about 15 minutes now, and our coals are looking great. And let's go ahead and put our rack on. So once you got the rack on, we're going to go ahead and take one of these slabs and get it put on here. Take another slab. Set it about right there. We only have room for 2 slabs here, unfortunately, but that's okay. I have another grill fired up where the last slab is going to go on. So all we want to do now is put our lid on, and we're going to close the bottom vent about 1/8 way open, and our top vent wide open for now until we get the temperature gauge on the lid to reach 300 degrees. Then we'll start playing with the top vent to stable our temps. So once your temperatures get to 300 degrees, what you'll want to do is take your top vent and you'll want to close it halfway. So what we want to do now is you want to get you an app or a timer, some kind of kitchen timer. This here is what I use. It's the kitchen timer for the Android, out of the Android Play Store. And you want to set it for 1 hour, just 1 hour. And what we're going to do is check to see if the ribs are drying out, and if they are drying out, we want to grab a spray bottle of just water and just spray them down a little bit. Okay, our hour is up, and now what we want to do is check them. And what we're looking for to see if they're a little dry, which they do appear a little dry. Let's go ahead and just spray a little bit of water on here. Now all we're going to do is set our timer for 1 more hour, and we're going to check them again. If you guys are wondering where the other slab or rib went, it's over here in my Weber Summit charcoal grilling station here. And these here don't look too bad, but I'm going to go ahead and give them a spritz too. Now what we want to do is set our timer for another hour, which I mentioned before, and we're going to come back and check them all again. Well, another hour went by. We're 2 hours in, and they look pretty good, but there are some dry spots over here. So let's go ahead and just give them a little mist. And also what we want to do is rotate these ribs. So we're going to move these over. And we'll go ahead and rotate them. Okay, so what we want to do is set the timer for another hour. And all we're going to do after that is check to see if we have to spritz them again. These things shouldn't take more than, I'd say, 4 to 5 hours tops, because we are not wrapping these ribs. We're going to let them stay on the grate and just let them finish out. And I'll show you the bone pool. I'll show you everything like that, what you need to look for. I don't normally temp ribs. I go by feel. I do tests when I pick them up. So we will not be doing that. But what we will do is we're going to add an ingredient, which is brown sugar. That's it. Go ahead and rotate. Put this one here on the back side. What we're gonna do is, you guys see me make that open pit Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. Well, that's what's in here. What we're gonna do is spread that. Okay, let's go ahead and flip these and baste the back side. And we'll flip them back over. Now all we're going to do is put the lid on and let these sit for about 15 minutes to let that sauce glaze on those ribs. All right, so I let these go for about 15 more minutes to let that sauce caramelize. And look at the bend on this. Oh my God, these things are so tender. Let's give it another check. Yep, get a little breakage there. Check these. Yep, these are done. So all we're going to do is pull these off and let them sit for about 10 minutes. All right, let's go ahead and pull these things and see what they look like. Holy cow. Look at those. Beautiful color. Oh my. let's go ahead and get a taste of these. My God, let me flip them over so I can see where I could cut. All right. Let's go ahead and just cut right here. Let's try this piece right there. Can you guys see that smoke ring? It's not a whole lot of a smoke ring, but you know, it's there. Now let's get a little bite. Perfect. Right to the, look at that, right to the bone. Let's get another bite. Nice and tender, by the way. Wow, very moist, very tender. I don't know if you guys can see that. Look at that, right to the bone. Well, hope you guys like what you saw. Sorry I gotta lick my fingers. It's so good. Very tender, very juicy. Let's cut up another one. See if you guys can see that a little bit better. See if I get that to focus better. You guys see that moist, the tenderness? Let's take another bite. I better bring these in for the guest gets mad, because I'll eat both of them racks by myself. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode of St. Louis style ribs smoked on the Weber kettle. Very easy, very simple, very, very tasty, super tender, and all I ask is to like the video if you liked what you saw, subscribe if you want to see me put out more videos like this, and comment below if there was something you would have done different to make these even better.